Welcome to this morning movement. This one we're going to do standing, and we're going to start with the legs nice and wide. So take them outside of your hips and shoulders. We're going to do a big breath in as we reach tall. As we reach up, we're going to think about that crown of the head lifting to the ceiling. So we stretch tall. And then from there, when we open the arms wide, we're going to drop into the knees, down into a squat. Then we're going to fold forwards at the waist, so the head drops down. Bottom's going to go towards the ceiling. And then we're going to follow by rolling up through the spine. All the way back up to standing. And again, big breath in. Reach, stretch up. Exhale, keep that length in the spine as you drop down, opening out the knees. And then fold forwards, head to floor, bottom to ceiling, roll up through the spine. I really love this movement. It's such a nice one to do in the morning because it gets everything. You get that stretch and lengthening. You get the shoulders and arms moving and opening out into the hips as you drop down, and then folding forwards and getting that lovely stretch through the back as you take the bottom to ceiling and roll up through the spine. Honestly, you could start your day just with a dozen of these. Be a really good way to start the day if you've got time for nothing else. These type of movements gets everything warmed up. Big breath in, reach. Remember, your immunity is really linked to your movement. So our lymphatic system, which helps with our immunity, works with movement. So if you're not moving, your lymphatic system is not draining as well as it could do, and that's going to affect your health overall. So anytime you can get movement into your day, doesn't need to be running, doesn't need to be vigorous. But even just movement like this really helps. We're going to do two more. Movement snacks, they're called. It's just taking time out of your day to do something like this. So important. Good. Nice roll through. Good, we're going to do one more, but we're going to stay at the bottom. So reach tall, stretch, squat down, open the knees wide. Fold forwards, so head to floor, straighten through the legs, but you leave your head hanging forwards, and just grab your elbows and do a little bit of side to side. So the bottom stays still and the body sways side to side like a rag doll. And then grab hold of one leg, doesn't matter which, pull yourself towards that leg so you get a stretch, a little bit deeper into the legs and hamstrings, but also down the side and the back. Take a couple of big rounds of breath there. Come to centre and then go over to the other side when you're ready. Same thing, pull yourself to that side using the leg or the foot or the ankle, depending on what you can reach. And then do some big breaths there. In through the nose and then a nice slow breath out through the mouth. Good, back to the centre. Let's roll slowly back up through the middle. Back upright. Keep the, these things called legs, keep the legs wide. We're going to drop down into a lunge. So I'm going to turn my foot out because it feels a bit nicer for me. Turn my foot away, drop down into this lunge and take a stretch. So I'm resting on this bent knee. The other leg is straight, reaching up and over as far as I can. And then I'm going to follow that hand all the way to the floor. So follow with the shoulder, chest, and then come to the middle and then roll back up through the centre again. Turn this foot out, come all the way over for a side stretch first. So I'm reaching the hand out on the diagonal, reaching, getting as much distance between this hip and this hand as possible. So we really open up this side. And then I follow it to the floor, roll to centre, come back up. Good, when you get more confident in the move, you can do that a little bit faster if you want. Reach, sweep, and then roll. Getting a lot of rolling in this morning, a lot of spinal movement, which is nice. Good, let's do one more to each side. Reach, roll, and then up through the centre. Nice, last time. Reach, roll, up through the centre. Good, from there, let's just scissor the arms. So we're trying to stay as still as possible through the body here. So start to feel that gentle connection lower down, below the line of the hips, below the line of the belly button, so that when you're doing this, you're not swinging forwards and back. So try and keep the body as still as possible, and try and take your arms as wide as possible. So as far behind you as they'll go, and then as far across the body as they can go. And you might see I'm alternating. So one arm goes on top, and then the other arm goes on top. Good. Nice and strong through your center now. So we're nice and still. Get the shoulders moving. A couple more. And then rest. Lovely. Turn feet to face forward now. It's going to get a bit of a thigh stretch, inner thigh stretch even. So bending into this knee, but this time with the feet facing forward, we're going to feel that stretch on the inner thigh down there. So as low as you want to go, and then back up and onto the other side. And then up, down. Look, you are pushing your bottom behind you as if you're sitting back on a chair. Down. Nice. Obviously, the lower you go, the more a stretch you're going to get. Let's start to add a twist. So as we come down, the trailing hand or the opposite hand is going to go towards the foot. This one's going to go towards the ceiling and then back up. Doesn't need to go to the foot if you can't reach it. Get as close as you can. Good. Twist. Last couple. Last one. Good. Now take your hands in front, make a fist. So we're not going to use our hands for support here. We're going to do the same thing, drop down, but now we're going to twist towards this bent knee. Come back, and now we're going to push off this bent knee, tap it in. So we come down into that side lunge, twist towards it, come back, and then push it in. So it stays light when it comes in. Twist, return, step it in. Down, twist, return. Now, if you want to, you can come into a balance, so it's a little bit more challenging. Down, twist, and then either here or here. Balance. Good. So if you can hear that thudding me on the floorboards, I'm trying to be light, trying to land light. That's better. Twist and then drive off that leg to a balance. Land light, twist, return, drive it up. Last for you, land light so you're nice and quiet. That will help with the strength because you've got to decelerate into the floor rather than just thumping down. Good. Last one. Now hold this balance. So you've either got the knee up or the toe resting lightly on the floor. All right. And we're going to open up the arms. And now we're going to twist towards that lifted knee. And then return. Twist towards the bent knee. Good. Twist. Return. If you start to tire, then you can obviously rest that toe lightly on the floor. But try to keep it up if you can. Last couple. Think, lift the crown of the head. Lower abs pulling in. Now come back to center. Lift and lower that leg for 10, 9, 8. If you want more challenge, bring the arms in. As still as possible through the rest of the body. 4, 3, bring the knee right up. 2, and 1. Step it out. We can do the same thing the other way. So we come down into this knee, twist towards it, and then come in, tap the foot. Down. Twist, return, tap it in. Bend into that knee, twist towards it, come back, step it in. Remember, you're trying to drive off of it into a balance. Land soft and quiet. Remember, you can bring the knee up. Drive up. Bend as much as you can into this knee. Twist towards it. Drive up off of the floor. So you come into a balance. Back down. Drive it up. Good. Nice. Couple more. So do 2, twist, return, up, 1, twist, return, bring it in. So knees up or resting lightly on the floor and the arms come out, and then we twist towards the bent knee. Twist, return. Good, remember, so you're thinking, lift through the crown of the head, lower abdominals, below the belly button, pulling in to hold everything as still as possible. Good, rotate towards that front knee. Last couple. And then come back. So I'm laughing because, like, for no reason, I'm just keep losing my balance. Hands come in if you want to challenge or stay out, and we lift and lower this front knee. So tap and then lift as high as you can. Good. Lift and lower. We've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, shake it off. Back to the center, last little exercise to warm up those feet, calves and ankles, so hip distance apart. Arms can be out if you need them, or just by your sides, wherever's comfortable for your balance. And then just coming up onto the toes as high as you can get, slowly back down. So coming all the way up onto the toes, slowly back down. So just watch out that we're not taking the weight out of the big toe as you come up. So keep that big toe grounded into the floor as you come up, and slowly back. Now obviously you can stay with this, but if you want a bit more, we're going to come up, then we're going to bend into the knees. So the heels stay lifted, we bend into the knees. We're going to lower the heels to the floor, lift them back up, rise back up onto the tall spine, and then lower the heels. So we lift the heels, heels stay up, bend into the knees, come back up, then lower the heels. So the heels stay lifted, lifted, lifted. Heels stay lifted, and then tap down, lift up. Good. Bend into the knees. Good, a few more. Nice. Good, let's make this the last one. And down, shake it off. Big breath in, reach, open wide, roll the shoulders. Think about that lovely open chest today, so keeping the shoulder blades, the collarbone even, nice and open, and that length through the spine. Have a great day.